So as most of you know, it's summer in a lot of places around the world. That means vacation time. So have you been wanting to visit Ghana? If you've been wanting to visit Ghana but you don't know how to go about your trip, don't worry, I'm here to help you plan a budget trip to Ghana. So first things first, visa. Number two is flight. So three is friend accommodation. That will have to do transportation. Four is activity. Trip to Ghana or $1,000 or lesser. Hi guys, Vanessa here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this video. So I'm in the process of curating this amazing summer series for you guys. Like I said, we are going to be traveling a lot this year and we on it. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this video. Today I'm in the western region of Ghana, Uzema to be precise. I have amazing videos coming for you guys, but like let me take a time and just come here and talk to you guys about. So as most of you know, it's summer in a lot of places around the world. That means vacation time. So have you been wanting to visit Ghana? If you've been wanting to visit Ghana but you don't know how to go about your trip, don't worry, I'm here to help you plan a budget trip to Ghana. Planning a trip on a budget. Today we're going to be working on $1,000 budget trip to Ghana. How does that sound? That sounds nice, right? Anyway, I'm in Uzema in the western region of Ghana. I'm creating this amazing summer series for you guys of places you need to visit in Ghana. Keep tuned for those amazing vlogs coming on. But here, let me help you quickly plan a trip to Ghana on a budget. But before we get straight into today's video, if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also share with your friends, family, whoever you think this video will be very important to. Don't forget to share. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So first things first, visa. It depends on where you're coming from. You might need a visa, you might not need a visa. So one thing you're going to do is you're going to go online and research if your country is visa free to Ghana, and see if you can just, get in and get a visa on arrival, or maybe you can apply for an e-visa. So today's course, we're going to be taking out the e-visa from it. If you are a West African, because this video is for everyone, not just for diasporans, not just for the Westerners basically. If you are a West African, you don't need a visa to come to Ghana, you get a visa on arrival. If you're East African, just go check and see whatever you need for a visit visa. But if you need a visit visa, apply. I don't think the visa fees to Ghana are that expensive for any country. So basically just go online, do a little research, see if you need a visa or not, and that's that. So we've settled visa. That brings us to two. But two is flight. One thing about flight is I feel like this is going to take more of your money. So we're going to take away flight from the $1,000 budget. Depends on where you are coming from basically. But if you are coming from within West Africa, if you are coming from anywhere in Africa, like flying within West Africa basically, we're going to impute that into the budget. But then if you're coming from anywhere around the world, I feel like based on the summertime, flight might be a bit expensive. So I feel like, well, let's take out flight from the budget. But since we're working on a budget for everyone, let's work on a budget flight for people coming from West African countries. So like, for example, if you're coming from Nigeria, flight should be about 100 and something thousand, which is about less than $100 than what. So we're going to budget $200 for to and fro flight, because right now $200 is about 300,000 naira in Nigeria. That should cover your flight to and fro Ghana. So we have $800 to work with. Because so three is when you land in Ghana, you're going to want to figure accommodation out. So because we're planning this trip on a budget, we're not going to spend much days in Accra. So let's say we're spending like 2-3 days in Accra. There are different accommodation with different budgets in Accra. There are a lot of luxury hotels in Accra that cost $1,000, $2,000, $400, $500 and above. But then there are also lots of luxury accommodation in Accra that are quite affordable that you can get from a budget of $100 then what. So we're going to plan with a budget of $60 because you can get like good, comfortable luxury B&Bs for $50 and lesser. So playing was staying for 3 nights. So let's say one was staying for 2 nights, 3 days, 2 nights. So that's $100 to $120 gone for accommodation in Accra. Now you're in Accra, you're going to want to go out, explore the city and see what the city has to cover. But then to do that, we'll have to do transportation. Now, when it comes to transportation, it can be quite tricky. There are a lot of cab hailing companies here. There's Yango, there's Uber, there is Bolt. There's a new one that just come out that I keep forgetting the name. Don't worry, if I remember the name, I'm going to put it on the screen for you. So before you get in here, you're going to want to get one of these cab hailing services on your phone. That's the app on your phone. That way it's easy for you to move around. But then those can get quite expensive, right? But there are other cheaper methods of transportation in Accra. Buses, that's trotro, they call them trotro here in Accra. But then if you're new, you might find those very tricky to navigate. So let's work with taxis. There are different places in Accra with different budget price. So it depends on where you are going to. I think the highest you can pay for a taxi one way, that's over an hour to 2 hour drive, should be between 70 to 60 Ghanaian cedis, which is also less than $10. So let's say you'll be staying in maybe Osu, one of the central areas, Central Accra or East Legon, any one of those places where it's easy for you to access a lot of tourist attraction centers in Accra. So let's say you're staying within the center of Accra, that's the commerce area in Accra where a lot of luxury B&B's, luxury apartments for you to stay. A taxi might be costing you between $30 to $70. So let's say you have to budget about 200 cedis for taxis for 3 days. That should cover it. 200 cedis should cover it. So 200 cedis is less than $20. So let's just budget $20 for it. $20 will be about $20 will be about 300 cedis actually. Yeah, so budget $20, that's 300 cedis. That should cover your transportation. So now we spend 120 Ghana cedis on $120 on accommodation. We spend $20 on transportation. We spend $200 on flight. That leaves us with how much? I think that leaves us with 600 and 200 plus 120, 320. That leaves us with $660. That's a lot of money. Now that you're here, you're going to want to visit a lot of places. Now about touristy attraction center for its activities you're going to want to get into, because you're here now. You're not just in Accra to be in your hotel room or in your Airbnbs and just sleep all day. You're going to want to go out. So a lot of activities in Accra are actually free. What you want to stay away from is those, because there are a lot of companies on IG that curate a lot of amazing activities for foreigners coming in, tourists coming in. While those are actually very good, they can be a bit pricey because a lot of these things or a lot of these places are going to be taking you to are actually free entry for everyone. So let's just say you want to do it on your own just to cut costs down. So activities to go to in Accra, there are lots of them. First, you're going to want to go to the Blaster Square, because I feel like you can't come to Ghana without going to the Blaster Square and saying, "Welcome to Ghana, bitches." Mind my language, I'm so sorry. But I feel like that's the rite of passage for everyone coming to Ghana. It's basically to say, "Oh, I'm in Ghana, here is my Blaster Square photo." If you're not doing that, what are you doing? Anyway, so yeah, that is free for everyone. You can basically go there, take your photo, take an Uber, get there. It's free. Now that you've gone to Blaster Square, wherever you want to go to, you want to go to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. It's very close. It's just a stone throw from the Blaster Square, and it's one of the amazing parks where a lot of visitors, tourists, foreigners go to. You get to learn a lot of things about the Ghanaian first president. There are a lot of history there, and it's very cute. Like, it was newly renovated and it's honestly one of the most gorgeous parks. So put down your budget. And now for that's where you're going to have to spend money. For foreigners coming in, that's for non-Ghanaians. You have to pay 100 Ghana cedis to access it. But for Ghanaians, if you're a Ghanaian, you have a Ghanaian passport, or you have like you are of Ghanaian roots, basically, but you're not living in Ghana, you're just visiting, you pay 30 Ghana cedis. So let's just say you're a foreigner, you don't have any affiliation to Ghana, you're not Ghanaian, you're just visiting Ghana, you're going to pay 100 Ghana cedis to access it. Now, 100 Ghana cedis is about $8 or thereabout. So now we've used $8 from our money to access that, do a lot of the amazing things, do the tour, take your photos, all of those amazing things. Now we're still left with what? Was it like $652? That's still a lot of money. We've not even gone halfway. Now that you've done that, what is you want to do? You want to go to Osu. Oxford Street in Osu is where you can go and see a lot of. I feel like if you come to Ghana, you don't go to Oxford Street, or you were in Accra, you didn't go to Oxford Street, you didn't really visit here. That's like the center of Accra when it comes to tourists. It's the center of tourists. When you go there, you see a lot of tourists moving around. There are a lot of souvenirs. There are a lot of restaurants there. There are clubs. The nightlife there is amazing. If you're coming for like nightlife in Accra, because we know we have those happening parties in Accra. Parties are to die for. You definitely want to look towards, going to Osu. That's Oxford Street in Osu. So Oxford Street in Osu is about $10, 10 Ghanaian cedis taxi from the Blaster Square or the Command to take you to the Oxford Street in case you want to get souvenirs. But then it's free to just go and see everything. There are a lot of street artists there. There are a lot of amazing things you get to witness and experience there. Those are actually for free. You don't get to pay a dime for it unless you want to buy anything. So let's say we're going to come back to buying souvenirs, right? We're going to come back to buying souvenirs. So let's not buy souvenirs yet, unless you want to buy something extra there. But then, now that you've gone to Oxford Street, what other activities do you want to do? Beach. Because if you come to Accra, Accra is one of the most amazing beaches. Now, when it comes to these beaches, there are some of them that are free entry. There are some of them that you have to pay. Like the Labadi Beach. Labadi Beach is like the rite of passage or so if you are coming to Accra, right? Now, the main entrance, that's where the main beach is, where you see a lot of people crowd there. If that's your vibe, I'm going to put like anyway. If you type Labadi Beach, the picture that comes is like a lot of persons, horses, people just enjoying their life there. Now that's the general access. The general access to the beach cost about, I think the last time I went, it was about 10 cedis, which is less than $1, right? But then if you want like a calmer version of same beach, same coastline, literally the same Labadi Beach. If you want like a calmer side, you want to have like a secluded canopy to yourself where you can just sit down, lounge, take 1 or 2 cocktails, eat, just like a calmer side of the beach, you have to go to the Labadi Beach Hotel. Now, the last time I was at the Labadi Beach Hotel, entry to the beach via the Labadi Beach Hotel, where you can use their tents and all of those amazing things, and also have access to their pool also there, is 100 cedis. That was the last time I went. I don't know how much it is now, but I'm going to try and research it and I'm going to put it on the screen. But it was 100 Ghana cedis. Now, 100 Ghana cedis is also about $8. So that means we've used about $8 from our 552 that we have left, and now we have 544, yes, $544 left. Then you have a sit down there, lounge, do all of those things. That's amazing beaches. Then if you are going to other cute beaches in Accra, most of them are free entry. You just have to go there, buy a drink or two, and relax. If you want me to like do an edited video telling you about all the amazing spots or beaches you can visit in Accra or even outside Accra, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Anyway, now that we've covered activities, now restaurant, because if you're in Accra, you're going to eat. Right? If you're just like, okay, I'm just looking for regular food, street food, you're not going to spend a lot of money. But if you're like me, and if you go to places you like visiting aesthetic restaurant, trying to like see what's popping, what's happening here, what restaurants are happening, where can I go for amazing food, amazing ambience, live band. If you want to do restaurant hopping, basically, we're going to budget about 500 cedis for restaurant hopping. So 500 cedis is basically about $50 not up to $50, about 40 something dollar basically, or even 30 something dollar, depends on the exchange rate. I'm going to like exchange it for you and put it on the screen for you. So now you're doing restaurant hopping, you're going to want to visit one or two or three restaurants. Now a lot of these high-end restaurants like the Vine, the last time I went to the Vine with my friend, which was I think it was in May. I'm filming this in June. It was in May. We like had like a proper course of meal. We spent cocktails, platter for two, the whole get up. We ate a lot of food. That's what I was trying to tell you. And we drank cocktail and everything. So for both of us, we used about 600 Ghana cedis, because we do eat a lot. You might not even spend up to 200 per person. I'm just telling you, the last time I went and we like splurge on food and we're just eating and drinking some amazing cocktails and mocktails, it was 600 cedis for both of us. That's 300 cedis each. So if you're going to like two of those restaurants, it might cost you 600. But then if you're going and you're just eating for one, taking one or two cocktails, you might actually get to spend like only 200 cedis. So you can go to the Vine. Vine is a cute hotel, it's a cute restaurant, and then there are lots of Asian restaurants also. Like, also if you want me to give you a list of restaurants you can go to, but most of the high-end restaurants is going to cost you between that. So let's budget 500 to 600 cedis for it. Right? We've not even gone halfway. Now we spent 3 days in Accra. We've covered activities, we've covered accommodation, we've covered transportation, and then we've covered food also. Like I said, roadside food is very cheap. So if you're just focusing on regular, just to eat and get going, you don't want to go to a aesthetic restaurant, do all of those amazing things, you might not even spend up to 200 cedis for 3 days in Accra to feed yourself. That's how you can get. I know you've been hearing Accra is expensive. Accra is actually quite expensive, but when it comes to food, I feel like food is a bit anyway, it depends on where you're coming from. Let me not say it's affordable, but there is food or budget for every money you're coming for. Anyway, now that you've been in Accra for 3 days, one thing I always tell everybody coming is Ghana is not just Accra. Like, Ghana outside of Accra is gorgeous. Right now, as I'm sitting to you, as I'm talking to you, I'm actually making this video in the western region of Ghana. I'm in my hotel or my resort room. I have this cute villa to myself. It's amazing. The tour of this is crazy. Like I said, Ghana is not Accra. If you really want to see the beauty of Ghana, to see Mother Nature, showing off, you literally have to come to, the western region, different region, Volta region, eastern region. There are a lot of amazing places you can go to outside of Accra, where I can give you the Ghana vibe. As I'm talking to you now, I'm sitting face to my window, my doorways, and then my window to my balcony. I am facing the sea. Like, it's the most gorgeous view ever. Like, I'm just seeing the waves in front of me. I'm watching the wave. I'm making this video. It's the most relaxing thing ever. Mother Nature outside of Accra was basically just showing up. It's like, I'm going to show off in this country, and yeah, Mother Nature show off. So yeah, now that you've been in Accra, let's get outside of Accra. Let's say if you are a Westerner, you want to learn about slavery, you want to learn about your roots, where a lot of black people were taken from Africa during the slave trade days. You're going to want to go to Central Region, because Central Region is where you see all those amazing castles. We have the Emina Castle, a lot of places where you can go to and you can, learn about your roots, learn about the black people, people that were shipped, basically, all of those slavery or pre-slavery and all of those things. So Cape Coast. Now, if you want to go to Cape Coast, again, there are a lot of pages on IG or like businesses online that curate this trip outside of Accra for foreigners coming in, but they are quite pricey because a lot of these things are very cheap to go to. So let's say you're going to Cape Coast. Now, to go to Cape Coast, there are a lot of transport companies going to Cape Coast. We're not going to rent a taxi because now we're working on the budget. So like vehicles going to Cape Coast will cost you about 70 to 50 Ghana cedis, which is less than $10. Yeah, less than $10. And you are in Cape Coast. Now, if you're in Cape Coast, there are a lot of amazing resorts, gorgeous resorts that you can. The Lemon Beach Resort. There are a lot of amazing beach resorts in Cape Coast where you have to put up, you have access to the beach and all of those things. Then you can go and do whatever you want to do. So now we're going to stay 2 nights in Cape Coast. So 2 nights in Cape Coast will cost you 1,000 Ghana cedis. It depends. 1,000 Ghana cedis is because I'm picking like something pricey for you. If we're going cheaper, you might get for 200 Ghana cedis, even lesser. But let's work with 500 because I want to be in somewhere that's very cute, so you can like access the beach, campfire, all of those amazing things. I'm going to curate that for you, where I give you like different resorts to visit. About that, 2 nights there will cost you $1,000. That 1,000 Ghana cedis, 1,000 Ghana cedis is about $180 less than, because $900 is about 1,005. So that should be about $70 to $80 basically, and we still have like 500 and something. So that's it. So now that you've paid for that, and to access the Emina Castle, I think is about 50 Ghana cedis, which is like less than $2 or $3, less than $5 basically. And then there is the what am I forgetting the name? Oh my goodness. Okay, there's the fishing village or fishing market where you can go to. You see fishermen, coming from where they went to fish. That's free. You can access that for free. Basically, I just have to figure transition out. Transition is you're going to probably spend about 200 cedis for the 2 days you're going to be in Cape Coast. That's taking you everywhere. That's taking you to and from the castle, and then the rainforest. And then the rainforest also, Kakum. You're going to want to visit Kakum also. I think Kakum was 100 cedis to access it. Also, that's less than $10. And now, then food, a lot of the resorts you're going to go to, what you're paying for, they come to breakfast. So breakfast is sorted for you. You're going to have to figure out lunch and dinner. So lunch and dinner might cost you 50-50, that's 100. 2 days, 200 cedis, and you're done. Now you've been here for 2 days, you still want to go, because I feel like what I always say is the best come from the West. Okay, I'm a bit biased when it comes to the Western region and the Volta region. That's because these are some of my favorite regions to visit. Anyway, let's work with the Western region right now. As I'm talking to you, I'm in somewhere called Uzima. Like, the beaches here, the coastline here is top notch. It's the best in Ghana. Anyway, let me not quote that. They'll come for me. It's one of the best in Ghana, right? Yeah, the coastline is amazing. There are lots of resorts here right now. I'm in Venice View Resort. I have like a full tour of this on my channel already, and I'm actually creating like an updated version of it. You're going to love that, so don't forget to check that out. Anyway, here you can get rooms. Rooms ranges from $600, 600 Ghana cedis to 2,000 Ghana cedis. So like a budget room here is 600 Ghana cedis. You don't want to be in the villa I am, because this villa I am now is quite pricey. It's a bit out of budget for our budget we're working on, so we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, but for the standard rooms where my friends are, I'm going to show you that on the video I'm going to film for this place, the proper video for this place. So go and check that out, just so you can see how the standard rooms look like, right? Anyway, they cost 600 Ghana cedis. 600 Ghana cedis is about $50 or even $40 less than. So you're going to be here for 2 days. You have access to the grounds, a lot of amazing activities, horse riding, camping, bonfire, the beach. If you want to go out, there's a fishing village just close by. Then there is a lot of amazing places you can visit here. Like I said, I have like a detailed video of this coming also. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget to check back for all of that. So now we still have about $300 left, and now we've gone to 2 extra regions plus Accra, right? Food here it's quite cheap. Breakfast sorted, so also you're going to budget about 200 cedis for your for food. That's done. That's basically, that's nothing. That's like chicken change for you guys, isn't it? Anyway, so that's 200 Ghana cedis on food here. And now it's time to head back to Accra. If you want to see explore, the money is still enough to explore, because right now with the whole places we've been visiting, we still have up to 300 to 200 to $300 left. I'm going to be calculating it. I don't know where we are, and I think I've lost track of it. I know we still have about $300, so you have to take a taxi back to Accra, which is, or a transition back to Accra, which will cost you about from here to Takade is about 40 cities, and then from Takade to Accra is 70 cities or 100 cities, depends on the ones you are going to be reduced for 70 to 100 cities, and you're back, and now you have money left for you to buy the souvenirs. I said we're going to be coming back to, in case you want to get souvenirs for your people back home to say, I was in Ghana, welcome to Ghana, this is what I got you from Ghana. You have enough money to do that. And now, because you have enough money left to not go to visit places, you can get souvenirs in Accra. Back to Oxford Street, where you can get a lot of amazing souvenirs. And then there is, anyway, I'm going to curate all of that for you, where you can get amazing souvenirs. I don't want these videos to be too long, just so you don't get boring. But that's how you plan it. Budget trip to Ghana or $1,000 or lesser. You know, like I said, flights in Africa are actually way more expensive than flights coming from outside of Africa. So it depends on where you are coming from. Just research how much it will cost you to get a flight to Ghana, and that's that, you covered. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.